What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about this Japanese man who's visiting Norway for the very first time. So, I actually think this is going to be a really interesting perspective to see. Japan is a very unique country. It's very, very different. So I'm really curious to see the things about Norway that surprise this Japanese man the most. And I feel like I'll be able to relate to this a bit because, as an American myself who's never been to Norway, I feel like a lot of the things would really surprise me, too, if I went there for the first time. So I think this is going to be really interesting. Let's take a look.
Hello guys, I'm George. Hey, I hit the George. I'm in Oslo, Norway.
Wow.
My first impression of Norway is that it's freaking expensive, as I expected. On the other hand, the Japanese yen is super weak right now, so if you visit Japan, it's a bargain for you.
I've heard this before, that Norway is expensive. And it's funny, that's literally the first thing that he talks about, is that it's expensive. So it must be true.
Japanese person, I have to say thank you to Norway. Thanks to you, salmon sushi was created.
Right.
In the 1980s, Norway launched Project Japan to introduce Norwegian salmon to Japan. At the time, raw salmon wasn't traditionally used for sushi in Japan. However, thanks to the project, salmon sushi was born. I love salmon sushi.
That's pretty incredible, because for most Americans, we associate salmon, raw salmon, sushi with Japan. But it actually came from Norway. That's kind of mind-blowing.
Norway, tak. Arigato. It's my first time in Oslo, Norway, so I'm super excited to see what Norway has to offer.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm staying in Fagerborg area, which is close to the city center. Fagerborg is known for its charming historic buildings, green spaces, and quiet streets.
Wow.
Very calm and peaceful. I like it here
Yeah,
so
it is.
much. But I've already experienced a bit of culture shock when I went to the grocery store last Sunday. Literally all the grocery stores in this neighborhood were closed. Norway, no way.
I feel like that would take so much getting used to. Grocery stores being closed on Sunday. Here in America, stores are open every day of the week, and some grocery stores, like Walmart, are open 24 hours a day. So we get used to being able to get groceries at any minute in the day, even at 4 a.m. if we want to. So I think a lot of Americans would be shocked by this too.
A restaurant called The Salmon seems to be one of the best places to have salmon in Oslo.
Oh.
Upon entering, you'll find a salmon museum on the left, where you can learn about everything from production to consumption. As I mentioned earlier, raw salmon wasn't traditionally eaten in Japan in the past due to the parasites in Pacific salmon. However, Norwegian Atlantic salmon is safe to consume raw and tastes super good, which is
Wow.
why salmon sushi was born.
I guess if you travel to Norway and Oslo, you have to try the salmon. Like, you have to.
The restaurant looks fancy, but it also has casual vibes that make you feel comfortable. The menu looks like a newspaper and includes a few stories about salmon. Alright, I've got salmon platter.
Wow.
Look how gorgeous they are. Bright orange-pink color is visually appealing.
Whoa. Personally, I don't really eat sushi, but I gotta say, this is the nicest looking salmon I've ever seen in my life. I'm not kidding. That looks like it would melt in your mouth. This is raw fish. This is the greatest. He's right. This is the best looking I've ever seen.
Itadakimasu. It tastes dangerously good. It's so fresh and it has a rich and buttery flavor. And the fat part literally melts in your mouth.
Yeah, I usually don't eat stuff like this, even in America. There's a lot of Americans who eat sushi. I've never seen salmon that looks like this. This is what it's supposed to look like, I think.
It's so delicious that I couldn't resist speaking my own language. Oh my. And here I've got a grilled salmon. Itadakimasu. Darling, this is blowing my mind. It's flaky and the natural fats and savoriness are on a whole other level. These salmon dishes are just to die for when you come to Norway.
Oh my god. He's making me hungry. And I'm not usually hungry for this kind of stuff.
Oh, that was perfect. Overall, it's a bit pricey. I paid 770 krona plus tip.
$73? That is not just a little pricey. That is incredibly expensive. I did not know it was like that. 770 krone? That's a lot.
But definitely worth it. As a Japanese person and fish lover, this restaurant is approved. Approved! I've come to Vigelands Park, the largest sculpture park in the world. The park features over 200 sculptures by Vigeland, making it a significant artistic landmark.
This is very interesting. We... Are these... Yeah, these are naked statues, which you don't really see in America. I mean, in America, we really don't have art like this in public at all. And I think it's because Americans, we're not as trustworthy of a society. A lot of public artwork gets vandalized, unfortunately. So we tend not to have stuff like this, even though it's really cool for the public to get to take advantage of.
In Oslo. Gustav Vigeland, who created this park, is also famous for designing the Nobel Peace Prize medal. To me, Sweden feels more historical, but Norway feels more artistic. But I feel like...
Artistic? Norway is artistic. I've never heard that before.
Sweden and Norway are somewhat similar, especially when it comes to the language. For example, tack means thank you in both Swedish and Norwegian. Hus is house, vän is friend, fisk is fish. And...
Okay.
Jävla helvete. There are some similarities between Japan and Norway as well. Both countries have low crime rates, almost the same land area, and long life expectancies. 85 years in Japan and 83 years in Norway.
I didn't know that Japan and Norway had any similarities, but they do. Norway sends Japan the salmon for sushi. Similar crime, that makes sense. Both very low crime countries. I think both very successful, happy countries as well. There's more similarities than I thought.
We are similar. We are broad. Alright, I'm gonna try Norwegian waffles called vafler in Norwegian. In Norway, waffles are served as a dessert or snack and are usually topped with sour cream, strawberry or lingonberry jam, and brown cheese. Brown cheese, known as Norwegian goat cheese, called brunost. So you're supposed to eat it with your hands.
This looks good. This is such a strange dish. Jam, cheese, sour cream on waffles. The funny thing is, it looks good. Somehow it looks really good, even though this is so weird to me.
Using a fork and knife for waffles is a thing in Norway. Alright, itadakimasu.
Oh, like a taco.
Literally, my mouth is a bit confused by all the flavors, but it's delicious. Let me try the brown cheese on its own. Itadakimasu. I like this cheese. It's so good. It's quite unique and has a creamy texture. It's so delicious that I cannot stop eating it.
Okay. Are you supposed to eat it like a taco?
Very good. According to the internet, in Norway, when friends or family come over, it's common to brew some coffee and serve Norwegian waffles. This tradition is similar to the Swedish fika, where people enjoy coffee with a cinnamon roll. When it comes to per capita coffee consumption, Norway is ranked number 2 in the world.
Norwegians love coffee. I thought Americans drank a lot of coffee. We're not even on this list. Norway and then Finland. How much coffee do you drink a day?
Finland is ranked number 1, while Japan is ranked number 30. As for one of the best-selling soft drinks in Norway, Solo is a top choice.
Solo.
Alright.
Solo. I've heard of this drink. Is it supposed to taste like orange? Orange soda? This is a Norwegian drink.
Hey, Skull! This lid is so freaking annoying. It's so refreshing and has a more natural orange flavor compared to Fanta. It's more fantastic. I'm visiting the Monk
That'd be interesting to try, actually.
Museum, one of the world's largest museums devoted to a single artist, Edvard Munch. The museum has the largest collection of his works, including his iconic
This, yes, Edvard Munch? Edvard Munch? Anyway, I know this is a famous painting. Most Americans have at least heard of The Scream. This is in Oslo.
painting The Scream, as well as works by other Norwegian artists. The entrance fee is 180 krona, but if you come here on Wednesday after 6 p.m., it's free to enter.
Oh,
Just so you know,
wow.
the Japanese oil company Idemitsu, where my father works, has supported the Munch Museum for many years.
Cool.
They likely have a strong connection with Norway because oil and gas are so important to Norway's economy. They donated to the restoration of The Scream after it was stolen and recovered in 2004.
It was stolen? The painting was stolen? And then... Well, that's interesting.
Arigato Idemitsu and Dad. There is no clear answer to what the scream is actually screaming, but it's widely believed to express Munch's intense feelings of anxiety, fear, and existential dread. To be
Right.
completely honest, I want to scream too at how expensive Norway is. But I finally found something affordable. The Norwegian hot dog called Holsemelompe is probably one of the cheapest snacks you will find in Oslo. A hot dog
Oh.
stand called Siverkiosken is particularly popular in Oslo. Instead of a regular hot dog bun, they use lompe, which is a soft potato flatbread. It is said that 450 million hot dogs are eaten in Norway each year, which breaks down to about 100 hot dogs per person.
100 per person. A lot of tourists have to contribute to eating the hot dogs as well, but look at this thing. It's in a tortilla. The hot dog is huge, by the way. What do they put on top of it? It's funny because in America, we think America is known for hot dogs. But this is not what we think of when we think of hot dogs. What, Anna, is this made out of reindeer as well? Isn't that a thing?
Yes. All right, it cost me 34 krona. Thank you so much for keeping the price reasonable in such an expensive country. Itadakimasu. It's very good. It tastes savory and slightly smoky. The fried onions are crispy,
Oh,
and the homemade
onions.
ketchup and mustard add a little bit of sweetness and tang. I'm here at the Oslo
Okay.
Public Library, which is right next to the Opera House. The library is a modern and vibrant space, perfect for reading, studying, or just relaxing.
I swear Norway has the most modern buildings ever. Like, in America, in so many of our towns and cities, our buildings are decades old and never get updated. So many Norwegian buildings look so great and modern.
It offers free Wi-Fi, a cafe, and amazing views of the fjord. This is
Wow.
one of my favorite places in Oslo. I've been
Wow.
coming here to work and just relax almost every day. Today I'm here
Yeah.
to just enjoy some Norwegian snacks. First Norwegian snack, Kvikk Lunsj.
Kvikk Lunsj. I have tried this before. This is pure Norwegian.
This is apparently often enjoyed during outdoor activities like hiking, and Norwegians
Which is funny to me, because in America, this would be like eating a chocolate bar while hiking or exercising, which is crazy in America. And yet, Norwegians actually do take this bar on hikes for energy. I guess it's good for energy, but it's not normal in America to eat candy while exercising and getting outdoors. And I don't know, is this even considered candy, or is it considered more of a quick lunch?
get offended when it's called the Norwegian Kit Kat. According to the internet, Kit Kat was born in 1935 and Quick Lunch in 1937. So they are almost the same age, but Kit Kat is 2 years older. Let's
Yeah.
see if the taste is different. Itadakimasu.
It is different. It is different.
From what I can remember, compared to Kit Kat, the wafers are lighter and crispier. But more than anything, the Norwegian chocolate that covers the wafers is forbosna. The chocolate to wafer ratio is spot on. I love it.
Yes.
Next, Smash. This is a Norwegian
This is funny. I've tried this one as well in another video. This is dangerous. This is dangerous. I want to see his reaction. This is good. This is too good.
chocolate corn snack. Alright, let's smash. Oh, it's delicious. It's such a lovely, salty, sweet snack. I
Yeah.
could eat a whole package of this very quickly.
Yeah, because the chocolate isn't too overpowering. Norway knows what it's doing. The chocolate is not too overpowering. So you can keep eating it and eating it. It's very dangerous.
It's very addictive. It's dangerous. Lastly, let me share the things I like and dislike about Norway. The thing I
Okay.
dislike about Norway, number 1, expensive. And here are the things I like about Norway. Number 5, Haaland. He's the legendary Norwegian football player. And he's
Okay.
quite popular in Japan too.
We don't really watch football in America, but I know of Holland.
Japanese football fans, including me, admire the hell out of him. Hello. Hey. Speaking of people in Norway, they are very kind and even friendlier than I expected. So I felt very comfortable being here.
That's nice. That's just nice to hear. Because I know in Japan they have a big culture based on respect and being polite. So for a Japanese person to compliment Norwegians, saying Norwegians are nice, friendly people, that means a lot, actually.
like Norwegians. Number 4, brown cheese. Brunost. Oh man, I really like this cheese. I got addicted to it more than Smash. So I've done some research. Brunost, a traditional Norwegian cheese, is made from whey, which is cooked down until it caramelizes. There are different varieties of Brunost, but the most well-known is this Gudbrandsdalsost, which is made from a mixture of cow's and goat's milk. The
I've heard a lot about this brunost. I've never had it before, though. I've just heard about it.
texture of brunost is smooth and firm, yet rich and creamy. Even Norwegians either love or dislike it, but I love it. Cheers.
Oh, is it that polarizing? I thought all Norwegians had to like this, like it was the law. No, you either love it or hate it. That kind of makes sense to me.
This is G-Coat, greatest cheese of all time. Number 3,
Wow.
cleanliness. The streets are so clean and the tap water is clean too. It's considered some of the best tap water in the world. Norway is such a water-rich country that 89% of its electricity is produced from hydropower plants. The air in Norway is also clean and fresh. It feels like you can almost smell the universe. Number 2, healthy
Wow.
society system. Norway has a high cost of living, partially due to a 25% VAT. But this supports free education, healthcare, and strong social services. Hello, what's up? How are you? Good, how are you? Everything is expensive, but once you understand why, it makes sense.
Norwegians are so friendly, they're waving in the background of his video.
As an outsider, I really like this system. I'm so jealous. But as a tourist, I don't like it. Expensive. Number 1, salmon. It goes without saying that
Salmon.
Norwegian salmon is the best in the world.
Salmon is number 1 on his list of what he loves about Norway. That makes sense as a Japanese person. They eat a lot of salmon and sushi. I don't know if this would be number 1 on my list, just because I don't eat fish that much, but this stuff must be incredibly good if he's talking about it this much.
World. I'm forever grateful for what Norway did for Japan. Once again, thank you, Norway. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video.
Okay, and there we go. That was very good. It was extremely interesting experiencing Norway from his point of view, because a couple of things stood out to him. And that was really interesting to see. Obviously, he has a very, very positive opinion of Norway, except for how expensive it is, which I've heard about. So I actually learned a few new things about Norway, and this was just really enjoyable, honestly. I felt the enjoyment through him. So it was a lot of fun. So anyway, if you enjoyed this as well, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on Norwegian culture, some of the things that he observed about Norway. That'd be interesting to hear about. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Norway and learning about Norwegian culture, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.